Alright guys, we are on our way to the Arnold Classic, Columbus, Ohio. We are at the train station right now. Going to Schiphol, which is the airport that's gonna fly us to Columbus, Ohio. First stop will be Philadelphia and then straight to Columbus. So that's gonna be awesome. This is on a Monday, and on a Friday will be the show. Already prepared all the meals in this bag right here. If you can look at the bag. Okay. There it is. There's all the meals. And yes, let's enjoy the trip. Right now we are in an airplane at Schiphol in Amsterdam. And we're gonna fly to Philadelphia first. Already eating my first meal. No carbs because we're flying in the air. Don't want to hold any water. No salt either. I'm going to drink a lot of water. And then we will be arriving in Philadelphia in less than 10 hours. But there's no TVs here, so we're gonna have to entertain ourselves. But that's gonna be fine. Anyway, see you there. About 30 minutes left before we land in Philadelphia, and about 2 hours layover, and then I think 1.5 hours flight to Columbus, Ohio. So yes, I just finished my 4th meal in the plane with no carbs. Probably going to have a little bit of carbs later on, and it's the end of the day basically. Probably going to do some groceries then for the next day. But yes, without TV, it's been a long flight.
And then we arrived at the supermarket, and don't worry, before this we did go to Trader Joe's to get some fresh fish, some fresh salmon, some fresh vegetables, but then the next day we needed some extra, and I decided to only get the fresh fish and not the frozen version, and I will explain to you why in just a second. But as you can see, I'm only going to eat lean white fish as the protein source, and then in the evening it will be fatty fish kind in the terms of salmon, Nordic salmon.
Alright, we selected the fresh fish here because we noticed that the frozen fish has added sodium to it to retain the water inside the fish. So the fresh fish, the benefit of it is that it doesn't retain water, so it doesn't need to retain water, so they don't add sodium as an ingredient. So that's why we're going with fresh fish to eliminate any risk of retaining water. So yes, just clean foods.
And of course, since the American supermarkets are so big, we always love to look around, because compared to the Netherlands, the Netherlands do have some big supermarkets, but not as big, not quite as big as this. Especially the different kinds of cereal, which I always love to look at. And here, there are all kinds of different rice, and what I decide to do now is really only get the standard white basmati rice with no additives, just choose the regular rice, so no possible sodium can be added. And here we are done at the Walmart, getting our basic supplies, putting it in the Stay Golden bag, and then we're gonna walk our way to the car, which is pretty cold outside, and then go home to prepare the meals.
Look at this, you guys. After the Olympia, I actually did a photo shoot for Muscle and Fitness, and now I have 4 pages in the Muscle and Fitness magazine. Vintage Vissers, all about the golden era, the exercises that I like to do for the chest. So get one of these for sure. It's a very thick magazine regardless, but if you want to know my exact chest workouts and all the information, and if you want to support me and Muscle and Fitness, get one of these for sure. Anyway, I'm very blessed and happy that I'm able to get in a magazine like this. We're in America, we're buying the magazine, we are from the Netherlands, so it's very special regardless, so I'm very happy. Now it's time for another Arnold Classic version. Let's do it.
So what you see right here is our apartment, the way it looked. It's pretty close by the venue, around 15 minutes drive, but we decided to get an apartment with everything that we need in it. So a microwave, a big refrigerator, a freezer. Here you can see the foods that we got, just the simple foods, simple low FODMAP vegetables, some carrots, some asparagus, some spinach, of course all the fresh fish, the eggs. We also of course got a stove, which we can use to make our own meals. We've got some ginger root, some avocado, just the simple foods to make sure nothing goes wrong. And of course we also got a lot of water, because in the Netherlands you can easily drink tap water, but in America and other countries when you're not used to it, you gotta get bottled water for sure. So this is the apartment that we resided in for a little over a week. And now we are driving towards the gym for the very first workout, and it was actually a very nice gym, Grand View Pro Fitness, which we will go to.
We are going to a fully equipped hammer strength gym, who invited us to come work out there and get a 24/7 pass actually for every IFBB Pro. So let's check it out. Full hammer strength, that's always good, so I'm excited to work out right now. We are walking towards the gym right now. It's a Tuesday, Friday will be the show. So we're gonna probably do some chest as always to start out with, some arms and shoulders, just to see where we're at, to see the pump, to see this is also the first day that I'm really loading with a little bit of carbohydrates, very clean. So we're gonna see what the effect is, and every single day we're gonna check to improve our shape for the Arnold Classic. So let's work out.
We'll be around a lot. Yeah.
Also, I saw the arm.
Yeah, we can do that.
Pretty unique.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We also got massage therapists here. We got normal tech, recovery stuff. Yeah, major hall. Yeah, we're here for you guys.
So this is the view of the gym. This is literally the first time we're stepping into a gym when in Ohio, Columbus. And you can see it is a fully hammer strength equipped gym. A nice size, nice environment for sure. So we are going to have fun working out here. And you always know it's a good gym when there's an Arnold poster right there. So let's get it done. So this is just a simple chest workout, summing up the flies. This is not about going too heavy, but really it is about getting a good pump, getting a good flow of muscle, blood into the muscle, and making sure that we will see how it will look like when we pump up backstage. So this is a crucial point in the days leading up to the show to see what happens when you're actually warming up, to see if you're conditioned enough, to see if they are eating enough carbohydrates to get a good pump. That's why we're working right now. Just some simple chest, which warms up the chest, of course, and the shoulders and the arms, and then we're also going to do the shoulders by themselves and a little bit of triceps or biceps. So after warming up with some flies, we're straight going to the decline hammer strength press, which is one of my favorite chest exercises in terms of the hammer strength equipment. The decline motion means a longer range of motion, and the longer the range of motion, the longer the time our attention is, and the more blood you're able to get into the muscle, which makes it a great exercise to get a good pump in the chest. And you can also see that the triceps are working, the front delts are working, so it's a great compound movement to really get blood inside of the muscle. And of course, Kane and my dad are also working out during this day. And after doing the decline press. For a couple of sets we're going to do a shoulder press upwards. I normally don't really do this exercise. It's a very nice way to isolate the shoulders and the upper chest a little bit more to get an even better pump. As you can see, the weights I'm using aren't that heavy at all because the strength has decreased, but it's more about the volume right now and not about going as heavy as possible. So that is very important to keep in mind when you're that low in body fat percentage. Going too heavy would only provide you with more risk instead of benefits, and we are all about the benefits right now, getting a good pump in the muscles, getting nutrients and blood in there. That is the most important thing right now. And here you can see that we are being professionally captured and filmed by a Hot Shots production crew. So a professional film crew who will actually be making a documentary of the process towards the Arnold Classic and during the Arnold Classic. So you can expect very high quality footage of the stage time as well. And for the ones who happen to notice, the shirt I'm wearing right now is the same bamboo shirt that I've been selling on vintagegenetics.com, but this time in collaboration with Gladiator Sports, which is a company that I will be working together with. So a collaboration between Gladiator and Vintage Genetics, which will allow me and us to create much better supplements, mostly, that I will be formulating by myself. So in the near future you will see more things coming out of that box of creativity, more supplements and more clothing lines, more professionally produced items, which actually allows me to give you guys exactly what I always wanted to give you, but more about that later on. But right now you can see me doing some side lateral raises, and now you can see that the conditioning is definitely there, combined with the fullness, which I'm very happy about. Working out in the new golden era tank top available on the website. But during, after doing a couple of sets with the chest and some shoulders, and then doing the side lateral raises or front lateral raises, you can actually see that the definition is there, which is what I like. Of course, this lighting here in this gym is amazing, but that's what you need because you always expect this lighting to be as great on stage as well, which would only be natural. At least you would expect that type of lighting to be naturally as good as this on stage, but mostly, especially on expos, that is not what is occurring. So the thing is then that when you see in the gym, when you get a great pump under perfect lighting, you always look better than compared on stage when the lighting on stage isn't as great. And of course everyone is under the same lighting, but you do know that when you look at your best in the gym, that it might not be the same case on stage, which is what a lot of people always say to most bodybuilders. You look better in the gym than on stage, but it's a combination of being able to get a proper pump in the gym, of course, and the superior lighting that you also get. And then we are finishing off this workout with doing some tricep exercises. I first am doing this tricep extension to get some nice blood in the medial and long head of the triceps. And after this, we're doing some tricep pushdowns to finish those triceps off for good. So during tricep extensions like this, you can really focus, and now you can really see, because of the conditioning, what the triceps are actually doing. So when you're going upwards higher than 90 degrees, you can watch the tricep actually move further. So for all of you who stop at 90 degrees, you're not utilizing the full range of motion here. So go all the way up until you feel the proper stretch in the triceps, and then go all the way down, contracting the triceps as hard as you can to make sure all the blood and range of motion is utilized. Alright, so at the end of the workout, what we usually do, we do this for every single show. So after doing like a couple of exercises for about 40 to 45 minutes, we are properly warmed up. We then look for a space in the gym with proper lighting. We stand under the lighting, and my coach, Ferdi Robijns, is then going to check out my shape to see where we are at, to see if we have to do anything regarding sodium, regarding water intake, regarding carb intake, regarding resting the legs, and regarding how many times you have to work out still and stuff like that. That's what you have a coach for, to actually look at you objectively, so you don't have to think about what you have to do yourself. And of course you gotta stand under the lighting properly, because when you have straight lighting above you, you can see the definition of your upper body really well, but your lower body not that much, so you have to stand backwards a little bit. But as you can see, the fullness is there quite a lot, and the conditioning is there as well. So at this point in the process before the contest, we were all very satisfied with how it was going and very confident walking up and leading up to the show. I actually felt quite energized, I felt quite good. Of course the strength wasn't there, but the energy was there. I had plenty of energy to pose, no stamina issues, I felt great, no cramps, even though I've been drinking a lot of water and a very little sodium, increased the potassium, but there's nothing going on in terms of how I felt, so I was very confident and very looking forward to stepping on stage with this shape, because this is the best shape in my life. As you can see here, the obliques, the conditioning, it simply was there, so I felt good. And now here's a clip that I actually shared on Instagram as well, to show the definition of the legs themselves, because that's always been a problem when watching stage photos, stage films, videos, that you cannot really see the leg definition because it's always a low quality. But here you can see in high quality from close up what the actual definition of the physique was from top to bottom. Of course the upper body is never a problem, but now you can see that the legs were conditioned as well, which is one of the most important things nowadays, that your upper body shouldn't always be ready fully and conditioned, but also the legs should be ready, and that was definitely the case this time. And of course it's always very amazing to have your own family there with you, supporting you. A lot of bodybuilders only have their coach or are even there alone by themselves. But me, my parents were there, my brother, my girlfriend, her parents, and my coach. So that was pretty amazing for sure.
That was a nice workout. We're on schedule. I like that a lot. Tomorrow's the last workout, I think. I'm gonna load slowly 2 more meals now. Sweet potatoes to load the potassium. It's gonna be good. Yes guys, this is the post-workout meal. However, the workout wasn't that super intense, it was just more to get a good pump, to see the shape. Now is no time to break down muscle, it's time to show and fill a muscle with carbohydrates. So right now there's sweet potatoes in a microwave, steaming away actually, and we've got some catfish on the stove, and we're going to add some herbs to it, and then we're going to have some broccoli as well. Just simple meals, no salt, everything is 0 sodium, so that's just to be very safe. We're only going to use herbs like this, some parsley, putting it on the fish, just like that. Parsley actually takes up and binds with the mercury that you can find in fish if you eat it a lot, so that's what I like to use. Then we have some oregano. The smell of this, wow, that's amazing. Then it tastes like pizza, so put it on there, and that's it, and that's it. Maybe we're actually going to put some cinnamon on top of the sweet potatoes for the insulin sensitivity. I put a lid on here, but first we're going to need something that's in a dishwasher. Kaboom, kaboom. Oh, the smell is already amazing. Even though a lot of people wouldn't like it, I do. Just like this. Slowly gonna steam away until it's done. Then you've got some nice, perfect fish, in my opinion. Wonderful post-workout meal.
after a post-workout meal.
To get in best shape of my life. Let's do it.